My people, let's listen to what Blessing CEO has to say about mohbad and his wife about the DNA test, because this thing is really taking another dimension. They are requesting for DNA test. So which sample are they really going to use? Mohbad is late. Okay, definitely the child is her mother's child. So whose DNA are they going to use to run this test? Since Mohbad is no more there, is it the Mohbad's father's sample that they are going to use? Is Mohbad's father 100% sure that he is Mohbad's father? What if there is a loophole? So watch this video and understand from the area she's coming from.
DNA is not a public matter. DNA is a private and family matter. DNA even comes up most times when there is trust issue, infidelity issue. That's when it comes up, or medical issues, right? If DNA was something that was actually very, very necessary, it would be part of a child's birth certificate. You know the way you will give birth and you have a birth certificate of where you give birth to that child, right? They will run a DNA for the child. Every hospital that gives birth, then if DNA is going to be a problem, the federal government should make it part of childbirth. That as you are giving birth, they are running a DNA on that child. If it's actually important. But it's not important. That's why it cannot be imposed. Even outside the country, DNA is a thing of choice. It's not something they can impose. Countries where law work, they can actually impose this stuff. Because countries where law work are where we have free medical service and all those stuff. They've not imposed it. Who are you Nigerians that our laws are not even functioning? They are still shaking. Now let me get to the main topic. If you're a man, if you want to get the correct accuracy of DNA, you will start from your father. Are you your father's child? Because it's so easy for you men to insult your wife, call them different names, Ashawo and all that. I don't care what your wife is. The question is, what about your mother? Are you your father's child? If you are bold enough to walk up to your wife for any reason, to want to ask for a DNA, be bold enough to walk up to your mother for any reason. That your mother that you're taking care of, that your mother that is in the village, that one that you spend so much on. Yes, some of us have grown to the point that we not even help our parents. We've done a lot for them. Match up with that same audacity and alacrity, because a lot of you men can do this to your wives because you bring money, Shebi. You will use that same audacity after you bring money for your family. Walk up to your mother and ask her respectfully, Mama, I need a DNA test. If you think it's something that is right and normal, what's wrong in DNA now? Ask your mom for the DNA test. Let's see your mother's reaction. Let your mother go to the hospital. If your mother runs the DNA test and give you, then voila, that's where the accuracy starts from. Because many of you men that want to run DNAs are not your father's children. No be your papa born you. Now let's go to Mohbad and his wife. And my question to Mohbad's father, if anybody would take this message to him, the question is, what makes you think that Mohbad is your child? So the first thing we need to run first is a DNA to be sure that the Mohbad himself is your child. But unfortunately, Mohbad is not around. He's late. So this DNA thing can never be accurate so long as Mohbad is not alive. Because the first thing we would have run, because now for them to run a DNA test, it has to be you. The question is, you Mohbad Papa? A lot of people are going to come and say, are you saying the mother was not faithful? That is not my business. I'm only trying to say this thing called DNA is a root thing. Yes, it's a root thing. It doesn't just start from one person. The question is, before you start accusing your wife, you be your papa picking. For this DNA to be accurate, are you sure that it's your father that gave birth to you? Because a lot of women, their husbands are not the ones that fathered their children. But because our fathers have respect, yes, they cannot wake up and start sounding like broken records like you men. If we want to start this prostitution and infidelity, we will go to your mothers. I am talking to men that do not have respect, men that are so quick to insult women and say, oh, the reason why a woman doesn't want to do a DNA is because she's a prostitute. Take that same question to your mother and see your mother's reaction. Your mother will be hurt. She might even do a DNA for you, right? And at the end of the day, you might even be your father's child. But your mother will never forgive you because what you just showed her was disrespect and lack of trust. Yes, so the DNA might be accurate, but you will see that your life and the relationship between your mother and you will never remain the same. Not because she's lying. It is the audacity. There's so much emotion that comes with it. Even when your spouses ask you for DNA, something used to bring it up. A man doesn't just marry you and ask for DNA. Either there's a misunderstanding, there's some kind of infidelity, something brings up DNA. DNA is not a regular conversation that love couples have. A beautiful love couple, a man will just pack his child. No, love is about trust. So when DNA has come into the picture, either trust has been breached, or most people, medical issues, and you will not be seeing that some things doesn't even tally. That's where DNA comes up. But in a normal relationship and marriage where there is love, once a woman is pregnant, it's your child. I haven't seen men that have accepted people's children and treated these kids like their own. That sometimes, if that woman had even lied to that man that this child was your own, he will accept it. There are some men that know that these children are not even mine, and they still treat these children as theirs. Even your papa, who born you, when you think your papa, some of them don't even still train you for school. A lot of your fathers did not still do their responsibilities. Yes, that's the truth. And there are men who did not biologically bet you that took you to where you are today. My point is, stop stressing people. This DNA issue on Mohbad and his wife, I think, is bully. And I like the fact that she's beginning to stand her ground. Initially, it was as if Nigerians were pushing her back and forth, and people were giving very dark man one sort of appraiser. I like the fact that she came out and said, I'm not doing DNA. The only person that had the right to ask her for a DNA was Mohbad. And if Mohbad accepted that child, nobody, even your in-law, that has the right to ask you for DNA. Another person that has the right to ask Mohbad's wife for DNA is Mohbad's son. When he grows up and become a man and read all these things online and he's not comfortable, he can ask his mother for a DNA. But by then, will Mohbad's father still be alive? And as I said again, Mohbad's father, is Mohbad actually your son? So this is a contradictory place because Mohbad is late. If I were to be Mohbad's father, that handsome boy was the only thing Mohbad had. And he accepted that boy. Please stop disrespecting his legacy. You might think you're coming for the wife, but a real man, when you come for his wife, you've come for him. Anything you are doing to Mohbad's wife and thinking, oh, because you are doing it to Mohbad, you are reducing his legacy. You are insulting him, even at death.
Like, comment, and drop your own opinion in the comment section. Of course, I'll be going through your comments. You know, this word is really big to contain all of us. In my humble opinion, I think they should just let this woman be. Mohbad accepted this child as his son when he was alive. Are they trying to take everything away from him? He's already gone. This is the only thing, the only legacy, the only thing that will continue Mohbad's legacy. In 10, 15, 20 years to come now, yes, this boy can actually make it on social media. Okay, coming out, I'm Mohbad's son. You know, we watch him grow. So why is the father trying to destroy the only legacy that his sons left behind? So this is really confusing. Or is there something else that we don't know that they're not telling us? Is there anything? Let me know your own opinion in the comment section and make sure you share this video. Alright, see you guys on my next one.